Hi, welcome back to my channel. So, for those of you who are new, my name's Landon. I'm the movement source healer, and today's going to be another pick a card reading. So today's video is all about February and just like February 2020 specifically, and like the forecast for what's coming and just like what's happening and based on the timeline and the choices you've been making. This is just like seeing what's the most likely reality you're going to be stepping into in February 2020. And today is January 29th. Yes, because it's not quite midnight. So today is January 29th, and yes, so this is going to be the forecast for February 2020. And so we have over here, for those of you who don't know, a pick a card reading basically, go ahead and choose pile 1, 2, 3, or 4, just like based on your intuition, or maybe a pile looks pretty to you, or if one of them calls to you, or is just like, hi, pick me. And then for those of you who do like to do crystals and are more drawn to crystals than cards, I'll pull some crystals for you. So, I have this new bowl. It's a heart shape and it's like angel wings. I got it like a month ago and it's just so cute. But I keep all my crystals in it and I love it so much. Okay, so for pile 1, we have the pink aventurine. Okay. No, pink argonite. That's what that is. So that's what that one is. And then for group number 2, what is this? Awesome. Green aventurine. That's what this is. So we have pink argonite, we have pink aventurine, and then we have for group number 3. Just what does group number 3 need as their crystal? Interesting. So I don't know ruins, and I just have them in my crystals because they are crystals, and so this is lapis lazuli, and then there's the camera, and so that's gonna be the rune for you guys. I don't know what it is. But I'll try to put it in the comment section below. I'll figure it out and I'll put it down there for you. And then for group number 4, we have, let's see, which one. Okay, so it looks like the selenite is going to want to come through again. So we have this beautiful, beautiful selenite. I love it so much. But yeah, cool. So those are going to be the crystals for you. I'm going to put these back in my little wing heart. It's so cute. I love it so much. But yeah, so that's going to be that. Okay, so while I was doing that, I hope you have your pile. If not, go ahead and choose pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then throughout the reading, I'm going to be using mainly each of these piles for that reading for that pile group. But I might draw from each pile for everyone. We'll just see what happens. So again, this is for February 2020 forecast. But yeah, so moving into group number 1. Here we go. So we're gonna go with group number 1, which is my Angel Tarot deck, which I love so much. But starting off, we do have this pink argonite. I keep wanting to say aventurine, but I just know it's not. But so it's pink argonite and all about self-love. This one especially is about that self-love and really finding that inner solidity. Is that a word? That's what I was getting. But that inner solidity and just knowing that you are supported and you are like rock solid, good foundation in yourself to start taking extra steps forward. So that's what this one is, and so I'm gonna leave this right. Let's do this. We're gonna leave it right here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna just pull some cards for you, and this might take a while, but so this is gonna be for pile number 1 for the viewers, anybody who is watching this section, for pile number 1 for February 2020 forecast. And so, let's see, let's pull a card just to like an overall general what's going on in February, basically. For this group, what is happening in February 2020? Let's see. I do this different thing, I think, but like I like twist the cards to see which ones are upright and which ones are reversed, which I don't know where I got that from, but that's how I do it, which is, I don't know, I think it's fun. Maybe just flip them, and here we go. Okay. So, they feel better now. Okay, so we're doing pile number 1. We just need like a general card. Here we go. Oh my goodness, they're all wanting to jump out. So just one card right now, just one. Perfect, there we go. So we have this King of Gabriel, yeah? So here's this one, King of Gabriel. I hope it gets not blurry. Okay, so generous, inspirational, dramatic, joy. Keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others, experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. And so just with this one coming through, and it's upright, obviously, there's going to be a lot of details that are going to want your attention, but you don't need to focus on them. You don't need to... How did I do that? Oh. You don't need to focus on them. You don't need to take the time to sort every single thing out. You don't need to kind of get anxious over the little things. I keep seeing the number 11. There's like these like things over here on the shutters, and I keep seeing that, and every time it was like 7-11 is the last time I saw it. So fun fact, I keep seeing 11 in this reading specifically. So maybe you're feeling really not supported right now, but the angels are telling you you are supported. They are around you. They are helping you. They are existing with you. So we just need more clarity in this. So we have again, so this King of Gabriel being the people number, there's a lot of people around you supporting you, and with you being king, you are in that energy of not being at the top of your game, but almost being in a place of like chilling and just being okay and stable almost. And so it's just keeping your eye on where you are and where you're heading. And so like don't settle for anything less than where you are or where you want to be. And so February is all about just knowing you and knowing where you are going, and everything else is going to fall in place. And then we have this page of Michael. Here we go. I'll let you take a little gander at it. So we have truthful perspective, analytical, blunt, an exciting new challenge. We have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. And it was reversed. And so with this coming through, it's very, very much about just what it is that you're doing in your life, basically, in your career life specifically, with these commitments and documents coming through. It's all about just what it is you're doing at work, at school, in that more like professional setting. What it is you're doing there, and this is not going to be the time to take risks. This is not going to be the time to step out of the comfort zone. You are in your comfort zone right now. Like, you are just fine. You're doing great, and you're there, and you're king. You are king of where you're at, and you don't need to take any extra risks right now. You took the risks, and now you can really just like relax and ease into this next time. So really just take this time to breathe, celebrate almost. But yeah, so this is not time to take any extra risk-taking or new ventures. This is not the time to travel. This is really going to be a month of just like staying and just like existing where you're at and just being okay with that, really recuperating almost from all of this stuff that's just been coming up recently. Because I feel like for you, pile number one, like 2020 just like came at you hard. And with this Ace of Ariel over here, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or a promotion. And it did come out reversed again. Oh, I'll show you what she looks like. Here she is. Beautiful. I love getting I just love getting Ariel cards. They're just so pretty to me. Just the color in general. But with her coming through, she's all about nature and connecting with 1111. I just saw it. Anyways, she's all about nature and environmentalism and connecting with the elementals and just all of that stuff. And so with this Ace over here with this beginning, there's this new beginning that is happening in February for you, and it's going to be for yourself. It's not like new people or a new job or anything, which is what it did bring up. It said money, time, or support. It's going to be about you. Like, you are doing this for yourself, and it's going to be new. It's going to feel new. Like, maybe you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're taking that extra bike ride. Maybe you're deciding to do something you wouldn't normally do. It's just like you're doing something for yourself that's going to be new. And that's what February is. 12/11, I swear, every time. But yes, and so with this, it's really just nature is calling to you, and it's not something that you can ignore. It's just something that you need to accept and that you need to move forward with and just take that step into what it is that you need to release, and nature is going to be the way that you do it. And so 2020, obviously, but February specifically, 2020, is going to be another month. I feel like January was a big month for us all, but February is going to be your month of reconnecting with nature and reconnecting with spirit and reconnecting with just who you are in general. I'm not looking at you because I'm trying to like process, if that makes sense. I'm trying this new thing where I try to trust myself and my intuition and my spirit guides and angels a bit more, and so it takes me a bit out of focus in the physical realm. But yeah, so moving forward, we have this Ace of Michael. And if you look, this is beautiful card for you because you are supported. You don't, she doesn't realize that she's supported. She is just basking in what is in her surroundings. Just like what's happening here with this king. He's just like chilling. You're just chilling. You're just like, I am here. I created this. I manifested this. Here I am. But don't forget about the support that you have and that you had getting there. They were doing so much behind the scenes. Yes, you were manifesting. Yes, you were asking for it. But there was so much work being done behind the scenes that you may or may not know about. But this card says you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. And so, with that card, and with it being an 8 of Michael specifically, there's a lot of cooperation. Wow, that's a new one. There's a lot of cooperation, the protection, and the support that you've been asking for. There's a lot of cooperation in the relationships that you've been reeling in towards yourself. There's a lot of communication and just like things are happening for you, not to you. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. And so, yes, maybe you are in a bad situation, but when you go and connect with nature, it's going to change, because you can change your situation. You can look around you and just like shift your perspective to see things differently. A shitty situation can turn into such a beautiful situation when you allow it to, when you view it as such. Not seeing things clearly, you could be clouded by the negativity. Maybe you're surrounded by. I'm gonna pull a card just to see who's around you that is being this negative smog almost. Like I sense there's a specific, there is, yes, for most of you it's one specific person. Others of you have multiple. But for most of you it's one specific person around you that is almost this like dull and not very fun and just kind of draining. It's a draining energy. If you've heard of the term energy vampire, this is them. And so we're just going to okay, so we have this is fun. So we have a Queen of Gabriel. This way. And she came out reversed, and here we go. Queen of Gabriel, she came out reversed, and it says, passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. You can do anything right now, go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. And with it being reversed, these are not helpful people. They are not passionate, they are not charming, they are not brilliant, they are not independent. These are people who are codependent. These are people who are draining you of your energy. These are people who are latching onto your passion and draining it of its creative power, and who are getting rid of that charm and that magic that you know life is filled with. And with that, I was about to give advice, but I don't want to give advice. I just want the cards to give advice. Which is weird, but that's how I feel right now. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. So there's this battle going on between you and this person. It's an internal battle because of that card, but it needs to become external. You need to talk about it. You need to talk to them. Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. And so there is this person, there's another person out there. I believe this can, and it doesn't have to be a relationship, but it can be a relationship if you are in one. But I'm not saying that for everyone, so I'm not going to put that on it. But so if this is a relationship, there's someone better for you. Get out of that relationship because it's not for you. Yeah, that's as blunt as I can be. It's not for you. They're draining you of everything that makes you you. Yes. But there is this other person who is waiting for you, who is searching for you, who has found you, but you're so tied up in this, like, trying to understand where this is going and how to navigate through this, like, unknown waters, and how to still be charming and passionate and creative and brilliant and independent when the person who's supposed to be supporting you so much isn't allowing you to, or is draining you of all energy that is meant to go in that place, in those places. And so it's just really taking the time, again with this Ariel, it's all about nature. It's all about digging your hands in the dirt. It's all about digging your feet in the dirt. It's just like breathe in those molecules of earth to release that extra dopamine and serotonin into your body to get those chemicals flowing. That was a lot of science. I'm not a scientist, so like, if those are the right terms, I hope you give it a thumbs up, because that was I'm impressed. But really reconnect with nature and just like ground yourself, and in that grounding you will realize what you need to do, how you need to approach the situation, and where you need to continue on to. Okay, moving on. We have, and this is all in February, mind this is all happening like in the next month. So you're going to realize, first of all, you're going to be in a place of comfort and security enough to relax and just like pay attention and realize everything that's going on around you. And then other things, like you need to reconnect with nature. That's a very strong suggestion that's coming through. And then also there is somebody that you are going to realize by taking this like step back almost, because you're in such a comfortable position. There is this somebody that you are going to come to an understanding of them being draining, them being not for you, them being a lesson learned type of thing, and it's time to move on. That is what this month is about. So, and then we have this 10 of Michael. So we have a lot of Michael in this. Well, right now we have Gabriel, Ariel, Michael. We don't have any Raphael. 2111, just saw it. Okay, moving on. 10 of Michael. The situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. And this is a ballerina taking a nice little bow. And so with this card, I always see it, because I'm a dancer, I always see it as like your creative passion, my creative passion. And so I read it as your creative passion, whether that's painting, whether that's writing, whether that's drawing, whether that's bicycle racing, whatever it is, however you feel passionate and however you feel like you can express yourself, that's what this card is talking about, and that's what this card is encouraging you to step into, and is encouraging you to breathe into, because the situation of this person has ended or is going to end, and you will have time, you'll have energy to really take a step and into this power, into this energy of where you are going, where you are living, where you want to be, and in that you are going to find so much solace, so much joy, so much passion and love, and it's just going to be amazing. But put the past behind you. That's what that card says. And that's what this is going to be. And so it's just like moving forward. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bunch of healing. It doesn't have to be like this whole big thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just like, you're not resonating with me anymore. You're actually kind of holding me back. And yes, that's kind of bad. Like, not bad. It's kind of sad. But people grow apart. People grow different ways. People are on different parts of each journey. And you're just on a different journey than this person. And I hope you realize who that is, because I'm like, I don't know. But there is this person, and it really needs to get rid of it. We have a Raphael card. Okay, so we have this Ace of Raphael. Wow, the first one, and I do believe this is going to be the last card. We have this Ace of Raphael. And it says, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So, with this card, and it's interesting how it laid out, because it came out right next to like this best friend, this like being watched over by someone kind, this trusting, understanding, devoted, and funny person. It landed right next to it. I have like the hiccups right now. But basically, as you let this person leave your life, it doesn't need to be a big thing. You don't need to make a big commotion about it. It doesn't have to be that. I say it doesn't have to be that because sometimes it just turns into that, and that's okay. And we love them anyways. But there is this new emotional experience coming into your life, and it is going to be a person who is still learning themselves. They are still understanding themselves, but they are in a place of they're not apprentice. They know what they want. They know where they are, and they know where they're going. Which is the Knight energy. They are determined and dedicated to being at the front of that line and being at the front of this new experience, whether that's friendship or romantic relationship. but it is going to be a positive new relationship, in some way, and it's going to be good, and it's going to be wholesome, and it is going to be new. So I do think it's either someone you've just recently met at the end of January, and it's going to grow into something bigger, or you are going to meet them in about a week. So like February 7th, around February 7th, 6th, 5th, like give or take a few days, but around that time, there's going to be this new person in your life who you just met, and it's going to grow into a good, positive friendship, relationship, whatever it is for you. But yeah, and so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Thank you so much. This was a longer reading than I expected it to be, but that's what I got for you. But yeah, so if you like this reading video, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, um, share. Please, please, please share. It really helps a lot. I love doing these readings for you, and I always love to hear back. It makes me feel really good just to like know what resonated, and it helps me figure out what is helpful for you to help me help you. Help me help you, help me help you. But yeah, so thank you, group 1. Moving on to group number 2. Here we go. Okay, so here's this one. Awesome, so we have group number 2 over here. So group number 2. Okay, for those of you who are watching like the in-between things, go you. It's so interesting to see how I transition every time. Anyways, so we have this. It's actually not a pink aventurine like I thought it was. It's a blue one. My lighting in here is really dim. But yes. And so this one is really good with connecting with water element and angels and spirit guides, and just like very strong connective energy, very strong communicative energy. But in this case, I am really feeling that water for some reason. So just pay attention if there's water around you, or you are attracted to water, or you're dehydrated. Literally everybody. But yeah, so that's that one. So moving on. I talked to group 1 about this, but I do this thing where I like twist the cards to see which ones are upright and which ones are reversed. And so, I don't know. I don't know where I learned it either. 2811. I have this thing going on where I see the 11 seconds of most of the minutes. It's really fun and really interesting. So I'll just say 11 occasionally through this reading. But this is going to be reading for pile number 2 about February 2020. February 2020 prediction, I guess. Oh, yeah. So we're going to just jump right in. And I'm using the Spirit Song Tarot. It's so beautiful. It's just one of my favorite. This was my first deck, and I just love it so much. But yeah, so we're just going to go right for it. And I'm not going to do a spread or anything. We're just going to see what kind of happens. It might turn into one. I'm kind of feeling that for you. But so we're just going to get a general, just like what's going on in 2020 February for you. 2911, there we go. So we have the Shaman, number 5, Divine Wisdom. And it's like eagle energy, spiritual power. And so just based off of this card, this month is going to be a very connective month for you. And this card wanted to come out with it as well. We have that 10 of Acorns, responsibility and dedication, and this is going to be the donkey energy. So there's that for you. And so just based off of these 2 cards, it's going to be a very open and just very understanding month of balance. And then we have this 10, and then we have this 5. And that's really interesting to me because 10 is 2 5s, or 5 times 2, and it was the second card that came out, and so maybe there's going to be some unity in this month as well, but it's out of responsibility and dedication, and so maybe you've been talking to this specific person for a while, and this is going to be the month where it like takes an extra step, and maybe you become more one, maybe you become like go on a few more dates, or you go and you have that conversation of like, what are we? But yeah, so maybe that happens, and just based off of these, it's going to be the connection that you have with this person is very wholesome, it's very warm, it's very centered on each other almost. And so like you are individual, but you're so in sync with each other that you are almost intermingling your being centered with yourself, 3111, almost being centered with yourself to into them. And this energy that you have with each other is so central to who you are. And I don't feel like it's an addiction or anything. It's just so beautifully pure and genuine that it's like warm and fuzzy, which is really fun. But based off of these cards with this shaman and then this 10 of acorns, it's going to be a very grounded month. Yes, shaman is the equal energy, and you can go from grounded to like connected and spirituality in like a second. But these main cards are talking about you being very central on just you and having your ability to trust in yourself that you're going to be grounded enough that you're going to be able to connect. And so with that connection that's happening, you're just going to be able to trust yourself enough to take the responsibility and have the wisdom that you have enough worth and effort in yourself and everything that you do that you're going to be fine. I don't know if any of that made sense. But yeah. And so this is exciting. This is very exciting. And with it, this is looking down. Both of these cards are looking down towards the bottom right corner of the card. And with that, it's going to be a lot of masculine energy. And so maybe you're trying to find out how to stand up for yourself a bit more. It's going to be a lot of communicating. It's going to be a lot of communicating with other people. Yes, you were being more connected and everything, but like you don't have any problems with that because of the shaman card over here. You don't have any issues with connecting with your spirit guides. Like, you know how to do all of that. It's going to be talking with other people. That's going to be the big one. Like, bingo, there you go. Okay, so we have the 7 of feathers reversed with preparation and resourcefulness. It's going to be that cheetah energy. I love these cards, they're so pretty. And with this one popping out, preparation and resourcefulness, and then pairing it with the 10 of acorns, yes, you're going to be grounded, but you're going to still need to think through how you do your day-to-day activities. Like, you can't just like free roam through and expect everything is going to be like hunky-dory. I don't even know what that saying means. But 7 of feathers is going to be a very spiritual month. Yes, very spiritual month for you with that 7 coming in. But also, it's going to be a very emotional month with this Page of Shells, intuition and innovation. Ooh. Intuition and inspiration. Here we go. We got the little froggy. So cute. It's going to be a very emotional month where you're still trying to understand your emotions. You're still learning what all these emotions are. And so, yes, you have this other person, this other being with you to help you process and like bounce ideas off of and just try to express everything that's happening in your human self. And yes, it is a lot of spirituality and you can connect with others, but there are still emotions. You are still a human. You are still here in the 3D world and reality. Even though we are transitioning into the 5th dimension, we are still on Earth in the 3rd dimension. And so, yes, it's going to be a lot of intuiting what your emotions mean. It's going to be a lot of learning and breaking those cycles of why you feel those emotions and just how you feel those emotions. And it's going to be expressing, a lot of expressing. It's going to be a lot of communicating. So, like, throat chakra work, I would suggest all of that. Any blue crystals would be very helpful for you. Even this kyanite right here that I have would help. Not many people would think, I don't know. Everybody has their own beliefs about crystals, but yeah. I'm very color oriented, even though I'm technically, fun fact, I'm slightly colorblind, and so I can't see like the whole spectrum of color range in all of them, 3611. Cool. I see a lot of like pastels and just like the softer tones of everything. I can tell the difference, but it just takes a while. Anyways, enough of me. Back to the cards. So we have the Emperor, Focus and Stability reversed. And so with this one, we're gonna balance. First of all, number 4, a lot of elemental energy coming through here. We have earth energy here, we have air energy here, we have water energy here, we have spirituality here, fire energy. We're missing that fire energy, and so with this Emperor card, this is going to be that like spark. This is going to be that, wow, that sounded weird. Anyways, so the Emperor, this is going to be that spark, but it's going to be missing a bit. It's going to be a little bit of a lackadaisical month for you, so you might be feeling down, you might be feeling overdrawn, you might be feeling like you need to take a step back into yourself, or you need to take a step back with whoever this person is and just like exist, and not do so much. Like, obviously you're doing a lot because you're able to connect, you're grounded, you're here, you're feeling your emotions so much, which we're all working on that. But the Emperor over here talks about like you're at the you're at the top is what I'm hearing. You're at the top and you're trying to process things that are almost beneath you, and you're trying to process that at a level that the emotions and stuff aren't quite there, and so you need to drop down a bit and really take in those emotions. They're going to be hard, they're going to be gritty, they're going to be grimy, they're going to be slimy, they're going to be, oh, rhymes, but they're just going to be not so fun, and those emotions are going to help you get back up to this Emperor energy, focused and stable, because you feel so stable right now, but I feel with this card coming through, you are ignoring a bunch of shiz. Like, you are ignoring these emotions, you are ignoring your spirituality, you are ignoring things. Like, listen, I love to ignore as much as the next person, but wake up. This is your wake-up call. This is happening. This is a thing that you need to process. This is a thing that you need to release. This is a thing you need to feel. You need to feel. You have so much to feel. It's not going to be fun, but it is going to be helpful. It is going to be prosperous, and it is going to help you get to where you want to go. I'm nodding a lot because this is important. I feel like you want to be somewhere. You're looking and Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation, and it's going to be that goat energy. We're going to put this over here with the other feathers. And so with this coming in, it's just that ignoring. You're kind of ignoring every single thing. And so even as you're listening to this, I hope you're not ignoring me, because I just hope you're not. Kind of seems counterproductive and a waste of time. And so with this Ace of Feathers in reverse, it's an ace, and so it's another beginning. It's a beginning of understanding your foundation of where you're at, and an understanding of being clear in what it is that you need and how you need. Yeah, how you need. Like, have you thought of that? Like, what you need is one thing, but how you need it is another thing. And so bringing in just that clarity and just that understanding of where you need is extremely important. And with this Emperor and these feathers and the shells, just stop ignoring. Just stop ignoring things. And feel things. Like, yes, you're feeling things right now, and you're following your intuition, and you're following your inspirations, and you're being creative, but what are you actually feeling? Like, what are the deep things that you are hiding? And so I feel like this is a lot of shadow work over here. Like, there are childhood traumas, there are past life traumas that are dragging you down and holding you back, and so you could be creating even more, and you could be in situations that are finding themselves more abundant. You could be finding yourself in situations where you meet people who could like change your life if you would just simply feel the deep shit, basically. So what is it that you're not feeling? Here, let's pull a card on it. How about that? What is it that they need to feel? Okay, so we got 2 cards, both upright, so this is good. Speaking of the shadow self, we have number 15, the shadow card. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. I just love the universe. So we have the shadow 15, self-empowerment and ambition. Obviously, working on the shadow self, working on what it is that people don't like to see, but they is still connected to them. Like, if you look at the shadow that the sun casts from you onto the ground, you can't lose it. It's always with you. If you walk into the shade, your entire body is in a shadow. Your entire body is hidden and shrouded in shadow. Or even if you're in the light, you have a shadow connected to you. And so it's not something that's going to go away. You have to deal with it at some point or another, and it might as well be sooner than later, because it's going to keep dragging you down. It's going to keep a fog, smog, smoke, dust, tornado. There is going to be unclear mental patterns happening. Like, it is not going to be clear up there, and so it's just a lot of work up there. And then we have the 9 of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment with that porcupine. We love a good porcupine. And so with this, even as you are doing your shadow work, still be aware of your interactions with others, because it can get very deep. It can get very, not depressing, but, well, it can be depressing, but it can get very difficult, and we don't want to project our own healing, our own processing onto other people, because they are doing their own stuff, and we don't need to make their stuff worse than it is, because that's our stuff. It doesn't need to be their stuff too. With that being said, you don't have to keep it to yourself. This entire month is about being 4411. This entire month is about being in tune with who you are, in tune with how you feel, in tune with how you need, and it needs to be clear to others what is happening, or else they're just going to be freaked out if something funky goes weird, or you show up one day and you're like, I just don't know what's happening. They're just going to be very confused. And so even as you're going through this shadow work, you need to be able to clarify, you need to be able to communicate and articulate what it is that is happening. And that's just going to come with awareness, and that is going to come with positive enforcement of how you feel. One more card. That's what we're doing. We're going to do one more card just to wrap it all up. Pile number 2. This was very intense. So, this was very intense for you. So thank you if you're still listening. And I hope this month goes smoothly. I hope this healing goes smoothly, and I hope whatever it is that you're ignoring. Okay. So, nearing the end of February. Oh, we have the Nine of Shells, Gratitude and Fulfillment. With the Penguin. So, nearing the end of 2020. All of this is going to make so much sense. All of this is going to come into you, and it's going to fill you with so much gratitude for where you are that you're just going to feel so fulfilled and so invigorated for the next month, for the next year, for the next encounter with whatever it is. You're going to feel so much more prepared. You're going to feel so much more in tune with who you are and who you can be, and your higher self, your spirit guides, your other half, your other person, this person that's been with you this whole time. You're going to feel so grateful, you're going to feel so fulfilled, and it's just going to be that end of a cycle. You're going to be in those emotions, you're going to know that you're in those emotions, and you're going to know that is where it has been. But yeah, so do the work and stop ignoring it, basically, is what February is for you. And yes, you do have that person that's going to be there right alongside you, making sure that you are okay. In the physical world, I do want to say that. Whether or not you have a significant other, this could be a best friend, this could be a family member, this could be anyone. But you do have that person there for you to help guide you and listen to you and hear you and support you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for listening. If you resonated with this reading and video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like, comment down below, and share with others. Yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, I hope to see you on the next one. Cool. So, with that, we're going to move on to group number 3. Okay. 2. Okay. So, group number 3. So we have this lapis lazuli, and it is the ruin. And if you'll just give me a second, I actually have a book that tells me about these ruins, which I'm going to grab because I don't know what they are. Cool. This one. Okay, here it is. Just some words about each ruin. This book is called The Witch and Wizard Training Guide, just so we know. It's by Sirona Knight. And it really, I got it because it just teaches basic things. Moon phases, there's some like magic, spell casting, some spells. I haven't ever done any of this, and then there's some divination, which is where I usually crystal scrying, but it was very useful, very insightful. But which one did we get? A little Therisaz. The unvoiced as in thorn. Therisaz. Protection, a thorny vine that provides defense against invaders. Okay. So, is that the right one? what this one is wunyo, sound w, meaning joy, pleasure, hope, kinship, fellowship, and wonderment. Except it did come out reversed, and so there is a bit of blockages in the joy and pleasure, hope sector of your life. Cool. With that being said, we're going to move on to the cards and see what the cards say. Wow. I didn't expect these readings to go on so long. But, I'm fine with it if you guys are fine with it. Anyways, so February 2020 forecast. February 2020 forecast. That's what this is. I don't like to say, I don't like to use the word prediction. It's just so like boxing. Yeah, that's the word. And so, anyways, so there's a bit of a blockage. There's bits of blockages in your joy for this month, and pleasure and hope. So let's see here. So we have, so we're just gonna pull like general. This first card is going to be just a general what's up in February. So what is up in February 2020? And this is pile number 3. I've told the other 2 piles, but I like fan out my cards in a circle. I like twist them to get the reversals and everything. And so let's see here. So we have just a general card for pile number 3 for February. Wolf family clan. This one. Okay, so with this coming through, and it's upright, but then pairing it with the ruin that you got, I feel like there's going to be a lot of, there might be a lot of arguing, there might be a lot of discontent in February, which is weird because February is such a love-filled month. So let's figure this out. Snail for tranquility. Oh, snail for tranquility. I'm gonna pull a few more cards just to like see what's happening. You guys are throwing me for a loop here, pile number 3. This is really interesting. But so many people think about snail and they think of moving slow, but I don't think in this case you are meant to move slow. You're meant to move through things very quickly. You're meant to move past things. We have Robin for new life, and we have Grasshopper reversed for gathering. Okay, and with both of these, let's see. Cool. Okay. So it's coming together. Just give me one more second. So, family. Let's talk about that. There is a path that is being offered to you that you can or you may not take, but there is a path being offered to you where you can move into a transformative lifestyle. You can move into a supported lifestyle. You would be surrounded almost 24/7 by others, and you would be intertwined in them at all times of the day. This is like lack of privacy type of thing, but there is this like moving from an uncomfortable situation in almost like a claustrophobic area, and you would be moving into this space constantly surrounded by other beings and people, but it would be such a free space. It would be so inviting and so free and so form-fitting that it would be almost tranquil or serene. And so yes, it would be a new life for you. It would be a new start. It would be a new beginning. And it all starts with a gathering of your current friend circle, of your current circle. It could be friends, family, significant other. It could be anybody in your circle. There's this gathering that's going to happen, and this is going to be in February, and it's going to lead you into a new life. It's going to lead you into a new situation where you're going to be surrounded by things that you love. This could be like your family clan, could literally be anything. But you're going to feel supported. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel creative. You're going to feel genuine. You're going to feel just more allowed, and you're going to be able to breathe, basically. And with this snail energy over here, you're going to have, not shed, but you're going to have left. It's not a shedding that's going to happen. It's like you took it off, you put it over there, you left it over there. And that's what's going to happen. It's just this like very clear, distinct experience that's going to happen of you disconnecting from something, and it's going to be gone. Let's see. So this one's an interesting one, pile number 3. You are an interesting group. But I feel like you're so determined, like anything that happens, you're going to be just fine. Well, in general, like you would be just fine, but you're like, I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? So, group number 3. This is so interesting. I love this story that we got going on here. These experiences are... Okay, so we have the elk, Earth's heartbeat. Here we go. And it's reversed. And so with all of this energy that's going on, we have a lot of earth, water, air. I feel like the snail tranquility card is kind of spirit, and so that's very balanced in general, with 2 upright, 2 reversed, with the 1 central spirituality card being reversed. This decision is not going to be forced on you. This next phase, or this new life from that robin, is going to be a decision that you make consciously. It's not going to be like, oh, I just found myself here. No, it's going to be a conscious decision you make that will change a lot more than you may realize, but you will have put yourself there, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Because we have this family clan over here, we have this new life upright, and then with this elk, Earth's heartbeat, you're going to be able to connect with yourself, with others, in ways that you want to connect in. You're going to be able to recognize yourself more. You're going to be able to recognize yourself in others more. You're going to be able to see what it is that you are allowing others into your energy. You're going to be able to like tell the difference between your energy and another person, and that way you can like shed it, get rid of it, gone. That's that snail energy. Pick it up, move it, drop it off, let it be. And so that's very interesting. But I feel like I'm going to pull you a pile from pile number 2 from my Spirit Song Tarot. But this story, it's not a story, it's literally your life that's happening. Let's see. But it's very interesting. There's a lot of, it's not even like masculine, feminine energy, it's also balance. But it's like from an outside perspective, it seems so chaotic and so like discombobulated almost. It's just like, what is happening? How are you existing? How are you like not alive, but how are you coping? um, how are you coping? Because this is a lot happening all at once. This is like everything is being slammed on you, and you're just over here just like taking things off and putting them away, taking things off and putting them away. So maybe there's some protection that needs to happen, or yeah, that's the major one, is protection that needs to happen. So Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. We have this one. It's going to be that goat energy. Yay! But so he's looking up at, I don't know why I say he, but he's looking up and forward into this future, into this brightness, into this life that you are manifesting. Like, you are creating situations and environments for you to be placed in this gathering that's going to happen. And in order for that to happen, you will be creating this new life for you because you're so grounded and woke, connected, and you have so much support. And with this Ace of Feathers, you're as you move forward through the month, I feel like this is going to be closer to the end of the month, just in general. There's going to be this mental clarity as you continue forward through the month. You will notice, like, oh, that's interesting because that could lead to this. And then as you do that, you're building this foundation of this new life. Like, this month is building this foundation, and then boom, new life, new existence, new everything. It's just going to be very interesting. And if that scares you, that's okay. It's okay. We're all in a different part. We're all in a different part of our journey, and it's okay, and it's fine, and it's just taking the time to understand and recognize that, and moving forward in the discomfort, that's the word, in whichever way it is. Either it's moving forward from the discomfort into comfort, or in the discomfort in general, just like moving through it and really being uncomfortable and working through all of that. Either way, totally fine. There's always movement, up, down, sideways. Stagnation is a kind of a thing, but I don't think so, in my opinion. But yeah. I'm going to pull one more card for you, and then we're going to call it a reading for pile number 3. But I want to pull one more of my tarot cards for you. So let's see here. One more card just to like sum it up, or suggestion, or any of the above. Just like something to... Yeah, these readings are a lot longer than I thought they'd be. But that's okay. I enjoy them. I hope you guys enjoy them. Okay, so we have, so this is interesting. So, going back to, before I get into the card, so this little ruin over here, remember how we talked about it being almost a lack of joy and a lack of all that stuff? We have the Sun, number 19, reversed for vitality and joy. And so there's something about your life currently that you're not enjoying. You don't like it. You don't resonate with it. You need it to change. You really, really need it to change. And coming in these next few weeks, you're going to have a big change, and you're going to be having set up yourself for this big change, and it's going to be great because you're in this place where you don't want to be. And it's going to be beautiful because you have been manifesting it, you have been wanting it, and you have been working towards it. Like, this is the new life, this Robin, this like flight energy of you are finally able to take off in your life, and you're finally able to do things that you want to do because you are so grounded and you are so supported in this new life that you are finally able to feel that joy and feel that hope for who you are in general and just what you are. Human. Alive. Breathing. Um, but yeah. So as you go through the month, there's going to be a lot more clarity in how this new life is going to blossom. But in the moment, like the first little bit of February is going to be a lot of just like drudgery. It's just going to be like, ugh, fine, I still need change. And then the last half is like, oh my gosh, there's change. What is happening? Okay, here we go. Let's do it. So that's fun. Well, I hope you guys have a good February. That was more positive than group number 2, so that's exciting. Yay. Everybody's on their own path, though. But okay, so that's group number 3. That's group number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this and resonated with this reading, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at Landon Gwyn. Yeah, I would love to hear from you. Just like shoot me a message sometime. Anyways, here we go. So that was group number 3. That was group number 3. Perfect. On to group number 4. Okay, here we go. So group number 4, we have the, what is it? Selenite. Yes, it's so pretty. I'm going to put this selenite on the other selenite, and we're going to call it Gorgeous. I wonder if it would, oh, do you think? Oh, wow. Okay. If you see, it used to be a good triangle, and then I carried it in my pocket, and then I forgot how soft it is, and it broke. It's fine. But, anyways. So group number 4, this is going to be your reading for the February 2020 forecast. And so we're just going to twist these cards up. I told the other groups I do this thing where I like twist the cards instead of to figure out how, like, which ones are upright and such. I twist them. It's so fun. I suggest it. But, yeah, so let's get started. So the first card I'm going to pull is going to be like a general, what's happening in February for you. Just like a general understanding of the month type of thing. So we're just going to, oh, hello, that's enough. They're getting excited. They're like, there's so much information for this group. The other groups, it was just like boom, 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 boom. But you guys, it's just like, we have so much information. So this is going to be great. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a good time. Okay, one card, please. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Let's do just a big, ooh, got one. Okay, build on solid ground, number 53. We have this little tree blooming with the earth, sun, and moon with some flowers. Okay. Whew. So, group number 4, based off of that card and the selenite, you need to get out of the stars, basically. You need to come back down and ground yourself. If you were debating between group 4 and group 1, you would resonate, you would like group 1 as well. And so, because that was all about being grounded and digging into the dirt and just like being one with nature type of thing. And so I'm going to get a little clarifying card on the general month reading, but in general, you just need to come back down and ground yourself in the earth and really balance yourself in those dualities of the yin and yang, sun, moon. Accept what is dying, number 42. That's exciting. So here's this one. I guess you guys want to sit upright. Oh, hello. So here's this one. It is reversed though. Okay, so obviously, but February is going to be a very internal month for you. It's going to be a very healing month for you. I feel like a lot of you are going to feel through this healing energy that and that's okay. We're all doing it still. It's the thing that is constant. It's never gonna stop. But I feel like you are going through like the bulk in February because February brings up emotions for you. February brings up memories for you. February is like a very heavy month for you. My condolences to you. Yeah. Accept what is dying. 42 being the number of 6, it's a very healing number. It's a very like life number. It's like the cycles, and it's all about allowing things to heal and allowing things to heal the way they need to. And so whether that is healing the physical body or healing the soul enough to allow the soul to leave the body, that is what this card is talking about. It's talking about the acceptance that it takes to accept what is dying. Wow, I'm emotional. But build on solid ground. And so, yes, there is this accept what is dying card over here, and that can be in the physical world, or it can be in the emotional world. It can be in the spiritual world. There is something that is trying to leave you, because it's time for it to leave you. It's not because it hates you. It's not out of spite. It's just happening. So just let it go. Let it go through its own cycles, because you're going through your own cycles, and you need to build on solid ground. You need to have the dirt under you. You need to have the earth under you. You need to know that it's there, because that is the consistency, and that is what is going to keep you rooted and grounded and motivated and inspired for the next day. And that's going to be a very healthy way. And so I'm definitely feeling a lot of thought processes and a lot of thinking and a lot of alone time, and just like microwave dinners type of stuff. Just like not too much thought. Not too much depth type of thing. It's just going to be a very like type of thing, if that made any sense to you. But don't push the envelope, and it's reversed as well, and it's number 81. There we go. And so with this one, there's going to be a lot of things spiraling around you. There's going to be a lot happening around you, but you, as long as you are built on that solid ground, you are centered, you are in yourself, you know yourself, you understand like where you are, you're going to be in this spiral, but it is going to be a spiral of completion. You're going to be completing a cycle. You're going to be completing something that was so longing to be released from being trapped. It is going to be great. But don't push it away. Don't push it out. You don't have to go searching for whatever it is. It will come up and it will go out. But yeah, so that is one situation that's going to happen. What is another? Make no judgments. This is such an interesting card to me. And it's number 39. Just in general, because make no judgments, like 39 resonates with the number 12, which is religion. It's just the religion number. There's more to it, obviously, but it's the religion number, and then it's also the creative number and the completion number, and it's just a lot of, it's a lot happening. But yes, make no judgments. Don't be so quick to judge. Don't be easier on others because they're going through their own shit. And like, yes, you're going through yours, and yours is, it seems to be very major. Everybody's is major. And so this make no judgment card is talking about just don't be, I don't want to say don't. Be in the space of love and acceptance and light, and it doesn't necessarily have to be positivity, because like nobody can be positive 100% of the day 24/7, like unrealistic. But there's no need to judge another person's journey. No matter what it is they choose, yeah. And then we have this Speak Up 45 card, and it is reversed. And so this one, being reversed, this is talking about when to be quiet. You do not have to talk all the time. Going with that make no judgments card, you don't need to say everything that you think. You don't need to speak everything that you want. This is knowing what it is and when it is to be silent and listen and be in this energy of fire and passion, but you don't have to react to it. You can just simply respond to it with an action, or just simple understanding and acknowledgement. And then we have number 48, your shadow. Face your shadow. Okay, cool. So, yes, there's a few of us that accept what is dying is a bit of a heavier topic. And then there's others of us where this accept what is dying is your shadow, your ego self, your human brain, your conditioned brain. This conditioning is going to be dying. This conditioning is going to be changing. You're going to be shifting your perspective so that you can face your shadow. You will be facing your shadow, and you will be fighting, not against it, but for you to come more into balance with the light, the dark, the shadow, the everything that is in you and everything around you. You're going to be facing it, and it is going to come into alignment with you. And then this 48 and this 39, they're all number 12. And looking, yes. So you're going to have a bit of a shift in your spiritual beliefs, whether that's religion, like Christianity, Judaism, Muslim, Buddhism. I'm just trying to name the many that I don't know that much about, actually. But yes, there's going to be a shift in your spirituality because your perspective is shifting and you're coming into more alignment with who you are and how you are. Obviously, your perspective is going to shift, and so that's another way of make no judgments. You don't have to judge the other religions where you came from or the other belief systems you came from, just simply because you're shifting your perspective into the belief system you have now. But yeah, so facing your shadow is going to be very important, just because you're going to be in a space of development and growth and all the fun stuff. But yes, make sure you don't overspeak. That's going to be a major one, because I feel like you're a person. You all, this pile is my like are the people who are the face of the companies. These are the people, or could be the face of the companies. These are the people that are energetic and inspiring and just out there for everything, but they're not quiet too much. These are the people that like to, they're very up to date on what's happening in the world, in celebrity lives, in reality TV shows. They're just very caught up on this reality, the third dimension. They are very, very in tune with. They are very connected with, and they are like thriving in it. But with that, this reality doesn't encourage us too much to be quiet and listen. And so that is going to be the challenge for your February. And then we have Seek Hidden Treasure number 50, upright, with this man diving down deep into the ocean pit. And then we have Embrace Your Power number 3, reversed. And so it's going to be this one, and it's going to be reversed. Very pretty. Okay. With these two cards, I'm going to call, we may or may not pull one more. Actually, we're just going to do this. Okay. With these cards, there are facing your shadow is going to come from you finding out how you exist in this world, how you are one with yourself in this world, how you are immediately occurring with others around you, how you can empower yourself to empower others. And that's going to lead you to almost treasure, like the treasure that it's asking you to seek for is your power. And so as you seek for your power, you will find your shadow self and you will release things that you need to. And then as you find your power and embrace it, you will be accepting what is dying. You won't be making judgments. And so all of this is connected because you will be seeking deeper connection with yourself. And then the bottom of this card is just a suggestion for like what is often forgotten about is to tune out distractions. Number 16, reversed. And so we got this little guy reversed. And with that card, it's really, really speaking towards your understanding of just like how to develop your power and your embodiment of yourself has to come from a place of intent and has to come from a place of wow, there's sirens outside. That's fun. Just gonna like wait for it. A lot of sirens. Anyways, so your power comes, I forgot what I was talking about. But tuning out distractions is going to allow you to find your power even faster and sooner, and so that you get through all of this super duper fast. And then the last half, you can just chill in your power and embrace it and live in it and exist in it and really find out how your empowered self can live in this world, can live in this reality, can live in this dimension. But yeah, and so as you tune out those distractions and really go internal and really speak to your shadow, speak to that treasure of your power, and just empower yourself while making no judgments of others, this seeking that you're going to be doing in February is going to lead you to more understanding and abilities to trust in compassion. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got for you, group number 4. So if you like this reading and resonate with it, go ahead and give it a big, big thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment down below. I always love to hear from you. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more about like my life and stuff at Landon Quinn. But yeah, thank you so much. See ya.